They say I'm complicit. I'm the same like him. I support him. I don't say enough. I don't do enough.
No.
Where I am, I'm working like my ass.
I know.
That Christmas stuff that, who gives a about Christmas stuff and decoration, but I need to do it, right?
Yeah, but 100%. You have no choice.
Shots fired in the war on Christmas. That was, of course, Melania Trump hating on decorating for Christmas. Now, these were tapes, by the way, that were given by an ex-friend of the First Lady, Stephanie Wolkoff. So let me just be, I don't know, let me be a little controversial here. Let me say not guilty about hating Christmas decorations. Yeah, I said it. Not guilty about that part. Christmas decorating is pain in the ass. And as First Lady, look, I know Donald Trump can claim that he's a Christian all he wants, right? I very much doubt it. Very much doubt it. Call bullshit on that. He's not a Christian. I don't think she is either. So, and yet, she's in the White House, and they're going to get on her, especially with the Fox News crowd, which she'll address later on. They're going to be on her like flies on shit when it comes to decorating. So she's like, I got to do this stupid decorating. I don't really care. Who gives a crap about, the Christmas decorations? I don't care. Hey, you know what? I feel it. I do. That said, I'm not going to get mad at people calling it a war on Christmas because that's just hilarious. But then, that's fine. I give her a pass on that. But I do not, let me repeat, I do not give her a pass on this next part because it's kind of heinous and it shows you who she really is. Take a look.
And then I do it and I say that I'm working on Christmas, planning for the Christmas. And they said, oh, what about the children that they were separated? Give me a break. Where they were saying anything when Obama did that?
I know.
I cannot go. I was trying to get the kid reunited with the mom. I didn't have a chance. Needs to go through the process and through the law. They would not do the story. We put it out. They would not do the story.
I'm telling you.
You would not believe it. They would not do the story because they would not do the story because they are against us because they're liberal media. Yeah, if I go to Fox, they will do the story. I don't want to go to Fox.
She don't want to go to Fox. That's curious. I wonder why she wouldn't want to go to Fox. Weird. Super weird. But look, it is kind of telling. Maybe she knows it's nothing more than pro-Trump propaganda, and maybe she wanted a member of quote-unquote liberal media to cover that story to do positive stuff. In another part of that tape, her friend had mentioned, you used to be loved. You were beloved by everybody. I don't understand. Well, maybe she wants a little bit of that back. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. But then again, saying, give me a break when people criticize the administration for child separation. You know what that tells me? It tells me that she is more interested in her reputation and what people are saying about her than the actual children that are sitting in the cages. I mean, I think it was pretty obvious when she said, well, nobody went after Obama for that. Okay, well, look, let me get some nuance in here since I'm being like super, super fair. Obama's deportation record is pretty bad. It's actually quite terrible, although it is mainly in line with other Democratic and Republican administrations. President Obama deported a record number of people, and I've talked about this. I've criticized him for it before. At the same time, Obama did not have, and this is important, they did not have a zero-tolerance policy. It is not the same at all. Now, Teresa Cardinal Brown, Director of Immigration and Cross-Border Policy at the Bipartisan Policy Center, wrote an article along with co-author Tim O'Shea. So this was an explainer piece for the Bipartisan Center's website. Here's what they said about the Obama administration. Previous administrations had used family detention facilities, allowing the whole family to stay together while awaiting their deportation case in immigration court. Or they offered alternatives to detention, which required families to be tracked but released from custody to await their court date. So that's how it generally worked. Some children, they say, may have been separated from the adults that they entered with. In cases where the family relationship could not be established, child trafficking was suspected, or there was not sufficient family detention facilities available. So that's what we saw during the Obama administration. Was there family separation? In certain circumstances, there absolutely was. And so I'm not going to deny that, because that would be not factual. It did happen. Now, that said, it also happened under the Trump administration far more because they had set it up as a policy. And so that's different. The zero tolerance policy, they write, is the first time that a policy resulting in separation is being applied across the board. And so that's what it was. Okay, that's the difference. It was the Trump administration's explicit policy to separate families. Why? Because it was a way to try to discourage people from crossing the border. Now, look, under the Obama administration, Obama, there's a reason why the left calls him deporter-in-chief. He deported more people than George W. Bush. Okay? That said, family separation was not used by the Obama administration as a psychological deterrent. And it was far more rare than it was before. And again, I'm not going to defend Obama's record on deportation, but it is important to make a distinction between the Obama administration's immigration policy and the Trump administration's immigration policy, right? And where, again, children in cages did happen, but it was far more rare and wasn't explicit policy direction by the administration. So they're not the same. But nonetheless, this really gives you a view into what Melania thinks. Okay? You can see what she's really bothered by, and it's the media, it's the news cycle. And I can't necessarily blame her for being upset about the news cycle. Understand that political figures have to deal with this stuff all the time, with hostile news outlets. I totally understand that. I mean, a good example is Obama and Fox News. Fox News criticized Obama for wearing a tan fucking suit and saluting with a cup of coffee in his hand. That's insanity. That's stupid. It's ridiculous. So that's hostile news. Now, I think the Trumps have definitely earned a lot of their hostile news, but even in some cases, they might have gone a little bit too far. And so let's be fair about that. That said, she's far more upset about the news cycle than what's actually happening when it comes to immigration. And so that's a problem. Her image, like the rest of the Trumps, is front and center. Her big complaint is that they won't air the nice thing that I tried to do. And I had to go to Fox. I don't want to go to Fox. I mean, I know Fox News will air it. And again, that does say something important about Fox News, too, is that they can't wait to air a positive story about Trump. Of course. But no, it's not about doing something good, by the way. And that's what she's whining about. It's not about the fact that, I'm doing something good and I can't do something good. No, it's like, I want the credit. I'm only doing something nice because I want the credit. I want the credit. Why are you giving me the credit? They won't write the story. And that's it. It's image, it's praise in the press, and that's why she's angry, because she's not getting what she wanted. Which shows me, 100%, she is a Trump through and through. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.